You know, if we were really good bloggers, you'd have one of those cameras attached to you so it can get a close-up of what you're doing.
Sometimes life gives you the chance to start again. That's our story. We're Jill and Noel, and we left the UK behind to build a new life in rural County Kerry, Ireland. A slower life, a simpler life, a life full of new adventures. This is our second chapter. Welcome to the Hidden House Island. Now that is dew on the window, not condensation. It fooled me at first. Hello and welcome back to the Hidden House Island. And for those of you who may have been thinking recently, hang on, we're not here for the draw sorting or making planters out of water bottles. This week we have DIY for you. DIY Bonanza Special. It's cram-packed full of proper, grown-up, high-risk DIY. And yes, there are some tense moments. I've been saying a few more Hail Marys than usual before going up the ladder, and I'm not even Catholic. Not that I've had to go up the ladder. My job was to stand on the bottom two rungs to put some weight on it. Rude. Anyway, I'm racing ahead. Let's go back to the beginning so I can tell you the story in sequence.
I keep thinking it can't be right, but I've measured it about 5 times now just to keep double checking it is right. It's 5 metres and finished height of 5 metres and 200 millimetres.
And I think that if it's the fact that it's so wide, it is technically a double garage, isn't it, for 2 cars? But it just feels like a little house.
It does feel like a little house.
Yeah.
I might move in.
Paul's just showing me the height of the garage. He's done this mock-up of just showing what the gable will look like.
Well, so I can build a full A-frame.
Yeah.
Just as templates to how the...
And you're just saying how tall it is. I mean, for context, shall I go and stand? It's massive. And you were saying earlier that it means that in the gable, you're going to be able to put a loft. So if you put a ceiling, the ceiling will still be a good height, won't it? Let's walk a bit nearer because it...
Well, serious. I'll show you how high the ceiling will be. Hang on. 8'9" or 2,700 millimetres.
Right.
It's just short of 9 foot high.
Yeah.
And you've almost got, well, you have got another 8 foot above that.
So it's going to be really handy for storage and everything
to
have in here. So, yeah.
Well, you can stand up there. I could stand up under the ridge there. Well, I'll probably just about. It depends when you... I know, it's mad, isn't it?
It is.
I wasn't kind of expecting it to be. What are you doing?
You got your t-shirt on inside out.
Oh, I wore it the right way around the other day and it got really dirty, so...
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The plan for today... There you go, there's Noel. Is continue work on the garage, but Noel's going to just explain what he's going to do to check that it's all square.
Yep. I'm going to take them off now and put them on the other side. I've just put another upright on the other side. So I'm going to take these 2 down and then I'm going to move the scaffolding and put them up over there. And if they fit the same over there as they do over here, then I can just use one of them as a template and cut everything to suit on the ground, and I'm not testing everything individually. And so that's the plan.
You know, you're hoping it will be because that means it's...
I'm pretty sure, because I've measured everything and it seems to be working out, so I'm pretty sure it should work out. Good. Yeah.
It looks to me like he's not too sure.
So you're disappointed?
No, well, I'm not. I was imagining it was going to be a little bit out somewhere, but from that end to that end, it's within 1/4 of an inch, which is only 6 millimetres. So it's nothing to get down hard about. And I'll have to make sure it's level across the top. So it might be that there's a little level issue across the top at the minute, but until I can get an accurate level running from there to there, I can never know exactly how things need adjusting up or down. So I've got these two lengths of 9x2, and they're going to be the ridge of my garage, but obviously they don't come long enough, so I've had to buy two longer lengths and I need to join them. So I've got two options. There's different scarf joints. I'll draw it on here for you, look. Can you see that? So to get a long length joined, and this is my dilemma at the moment.
So there are different ways of doing it.
Yeah. The easy way is just have a joint like that, and then you screw it here and here and here and here, and then when it goes up you know where your supports are, so you put a plate across it at the end, right? The other way, and it's a scarf joint that goes like this. Like that, and it's actually got a hole in the middle. So you cut these steps out and then you bang a couple of wedges into that hole in the middle and it locks it all in, and that's a lot better joint than that. But do we need to go hardcore? Or do you think we can just put the simplest joint in?
Answers in the comments.
Answers in the comment, please. I'm tempted to go that way.
Yeah,
I've never actually made one of these joints before,
Do you know, I think you should, because
but I think it'd look nice.
if you acknowledge that that's the better way, and you've already said that,
And it'll
then
be all locked in.
why take an easier option? I know, and you just.
I don't think, because there's so many rafters,
it wouldn't really matter.
I don't think it'd make a great deal of difference.
But it makes a better video if you're trying something you haven't before.
It makes a better video.
If you actually can succeed at a challenge.
If I can succeed, but then if I don't succeed,
Oh.
it makes a very sorrowful video, and it means me grovelling down to the woodyard and getting another piece of wood.
High emotion, high stakes.
It is high stakes.
Emotional
So I
stakes.
think we've decided I'll go that way.
Okay.
So I'm going to mark it up, and then because you can't just run a saw down those lines, you see.
Yeah.
You have to saw everything individually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you can run a saw up that way to begin with, and you can run a saw down that way to begin with,
Yeah.
but then you have to cut these insets out separately. But let's give it a go, eh? What could possibly go wrong? These ends off now. Come round here if you want. Yeah. This is the fun bit now, because I can only push the saw down. I can't start at one end, you see. I have to push the saw through the wood.
Oh, how are you going to do it? What are you going to use
I'm going to
then?
use a plunge saw.
Plunge saw. It's a great word, plunge. What's the name that does that? What's
Miranda,
Miranda Hart.
Miranda Hart.
She likes her words.
Plunge. Today's word, plunge.
So is that your plunge saw?
That's a plunge saw, yeah.
Oh.
These are all my cuts. So we just need to try and put that together.
Are you happy with it? Did it work?
Looks good, yeah?
This is the bit hole in the middle.
Big hole in the middle, and this is where there's 2 wedges.
Now, he did say this was the more tricky option, and he does seem to be struggling a bit at the minute. So the question is, will it work?
Get some clamps on that, and then hopefully that should be a nice long straight length of ridge beam now.
These are the wall plates going on now, where the rafters will be attached. There's just one other job to do before calling it a day.
If we're going to try and get this ridge pole up, ridge beam up, pole, it's not a tent, is it? If we're going to try and get the ridge beam up, then I need to get some triangulation on it. Otherwise it's just going to be wobbling around like a wobbly thing. So it'll give me a chance to stabilise it for the evening anyway, so we get started again tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I can see it. No, it's there. I can see it. Oh, yes. Well, it's good when you see a positive out of a negative. I was just going to say all your wood's got wet. It's a work of art. And it's good that you try something you haven't done before, even though it's a bit of a risk.
Now, this is the tricky bit, the risky bit, if I dare say it, where they are lifting the ridge beam. That's the highest axis point at the top. It's heavy, and they are doing this with sort of minimal scaffold. It's not a full scaffold, so it's safe, but it's also probably a little bit scary up there. And so, yeah, I'm holding my breath while this is happening, I can tell you.
Can you manage now?
I stopped filming at this point just so that I could go and stand at the bottom of that ladder. You can't see me, I'm out of shot, but I am standing and leaning against the bottom 2 rungs of that ladder just to keep it secure for Noel.
It's probably rocked down into its cradle there. Yeah. So nice and slow.
The brakes are on, but can you hear that scaffold tower wobbling? I'm going to put some calming music on just in case you're feeling anxious. And quite appropriately, this piece of music is called Lifting Dreams.
Is it level?
I don't know if you can see that bubble from there, can you?
I probably can't, love, and it'd be too hard to try and get this over to you.
It's very good.
Is it good? Are you pleased?
Can you take a photograph of it?
Yes, you've got your phone.
Why don't
Yeah.
you zoom in?
I don't know how to zoom in really. Let's have a look. Do you think that's zoom in now? If I go like that. Oh yeah. I don't know if it'll still let me get that bubble though. I don't think it does. It only goes so far, and I'm not far enough over there to see it really. It's on. There we go. He's doing it anyway. We'll see. I'll get the photo up on the screen so you can see.
There you go.
I've come back out late at 9 o'clock. Well, it's not really late, but you can see it's dark. Look how bright Noel's jacket is. And Roy's on full form. But he's just going to use his laser to check the levels, just check that things are straight.
It's very difficult to do it without.
You see it there? Good morning.
I'm going to do a little cooking program, not really. We're going to show you kefir, how I make kefir. And this is a big shout out to Maxi, a friend I've made since being here. Maxi and Alex, who might be watching this, at least Maxi will. And yeah, they came round to visit a couple of weeks ago, and she came bearing gifts. And one of the gifts was a lovely salvia. It's out there in a bucket now, and some candles she bought, but also she brought me some kefir grains. Now, if you're new to kefir, it's one of those things like a drinky yogurt thing that is all those healthy bacteria for the gut, and you know, all the good health starts in the gut. Apparently, I do believe it. I have bought kefir a lot, and certainly when I've been ill, it's helped me get better. If I just get whatever illness I get a cold, flu, not just sort of digestive related stuff, but just generally feeling not well. And I always buy in kefir and have some every day, and it tends to help me get better. So it's a good thing to have each day, but I didn't know you could make your own. Anyway, she's into all of this, and she's showed me how to do it. So I'm going to show you what I do every morning. Oh, this is the equipment that you'll need to start with. So there's a sieve, this funnel. It's a wide funnel because it fits exactly into this little jar. She gave me this jar too. She just gave me everything that I needed to be able to do it. So I have some kefir that I left fermenting yesterday, and I leave it overnight. So the reason I'm recording early before everyone gets up is because I have to do it early. So here it is, my little jar of fermenting kefir, and it's really echoey, isn't it? I noticed that because we've got no furniture in, it's really echoey. You can see how it looks really sort of thick, like a thick yogurt. Can you see that? So what I do is I shake it up, give it a bit of a shake. That's because it's been doing its thing. And I'm going to strain it now into this jar. So I've got this jar here. I'll put it there so you can see it. I'm going to put the funnel over there, and then my sieve. And let me see, does that, it might just hold there, holds that sieve there. It doesn't matter if it doesn't, because I'm going to be here to hold it. But I pour this on, take the lid off, and just pour it, look. See how thick it is? I ought to really be trying to show you from the top, didn't I? So I'll continue to pour that in. And you just, with the spoon, gently help it go through. It will do it by itself, but can just gently help it. It's quite a relaxing thing to do. I quite enjoy doing this as a sort of ritual now every morning. It's going through quite quickly. You can see that it's, oops, going through there into the jar beneath. And as it goes through, we're just left with the grains that don't go through the sieve. All right, so the larger grains are your sort of starter culture, if that's what they call it. Yeah, I'd normally hold this still. It's just because I'm holding I'm holding this at the same time. Let me put you back where you were. Pour it all through. Some people say, oh, they can't be bothered doing this every day, it's too much faff, you know, but I haven't really found it that way. Sometimes I forget, and we didn't drink yesterday's, so I've got yesterday's to drink today, and but that's a good thing really, because I'll be able to show you it. So here we are, I'm just left with the little grains there, but believe me, there is enough in that bit there that I'm going to then put into this jar. and then get all of this into there. I just try and get all that goodness there into there. I have spilt some on the top, but it doesn't matter. I'll still have enough because it multiplies and does its thing once it's in. Can't get every little tiny grain, but you get enough. Put that to one side for washing, and then I fill it up with milk. Just ordinary milk, cow's milk. I'll leave the spoon in because then I'm rinsing off any grains still on the spoon. That's what I do anyway. There. Rinse that off. I'm spilling a lot today. I don't know if you see that. So I fill that to the top there. Put the lid on. Give it a shake. And then that just sits on the kitchen top. I'm just going to leave it over here. Yeah, don't put it in the fridge because it needs to be warm to ferment, and it'll just, at room temperature, it'll do it. That's enough. I'm just going to put the lid on that I've strained off. Put that in the fridge. That will be tomorrow's kefir. Now, I do have one that I prepared earlier. This was yesterday's, so you can. I don't know if you can see that. It's really thick and creamy. It's really nice. I know Maxie said, "Oh, you need to just have it with some fruit or something, to sweeten it." But we just drink it as it is. We don't want to. It's quite nice. So I will drink some of this now. I'll drink it about halfway down, and I'll leave the rest for Noel. That's how we do it. So there you go. Here's to your good health. It's a bit sour. It has it's a bit like a thick yogurt, really. But it's a medicine, and I've tasted worse. I'll leave that for Noel now. We had a visitor this week, the lovely Jill from Renovating Rock Cottage. It was lovely to see her. We chatted about all kinds of things, DIY, renovation, as you might expect, YouTube, but also a little bit of Irish history, our favourite podcasts, and our hopes for the future. And she came bearing gifts, these delightful golden fox heads for the green room. She totally gets my vision. It's strange and quite lovely receiving guests into our home, which is a nice segue into whetting your appetite for our next video. Our Sunday edition is Tales from the Cluan, and what a tale we have for you this time. We have unexpected visitors. They arrived unannounced, but they were quite happy for us to film, so that's a really exciting edition. Sunday at 10 a.m. We do hope you'll join us then. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it if you can. In the meantime, we'll say goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye for now.